Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism. This video is going to be 10 behaviours that narcissistic people tend to display more rather than non-narcissistic people. One of those first behaviours is being judgmental and hypocritical. Now, we can all meet a stage in our life where we are judgmental, and in some aspects we do need to be more judgmental when it comes to dealing with people, especially narcissistic people, because it's our lack of being judgmental towards them that often leads us into playing down their behaviour rather than saying, hey, no, that's wrong. We are less judgmental, therefore they find it easier to get away with their behaviour. However, narcissistic people are some of the most judgmental people you could ever meet, and as they are envious of others, you will often find that they are judgmental over anything and everything. It's not just a one-off, it's whatever somebody is doing that is perceived to be better than what the narcissist is doing. They're going to be judgmental of that person, judgmental of what that person is doing. If you're looking to further your career, they're going to find a way to put it down, to try and stop you. Yet they're very hypocritical. They have those double standards. So they're allowed to be judgmental of people. However, other people should never be judgmental of them. They're allowed to put other people down, but nobody should ever put them down. They're allowed to joke with people, but nobody should joke with them. We can all be sensitive, so we could all hit a point where somebody perhaps offers us that constructive criticism and we might perhaps take it the wrong way. With a narcissistic person, they are looking to criticize you, to stop you from living your life. Yet, if you point this out to them, they're going to turn into the victim and blame you for criticizing them, for having a go at them. 2, creating conflict, drama, and absolute chaos. Narcissistic people get a high out of causing drama for others and then standing back and watching the show. They will ruin special occasions simply because it's not about them. They create competition between people to get people to work harder to please the narcissist. They'll create a scapegoat and a golden person and they'll play them off against each other to get those people to work harder to impress the narcissistic person. They will play siblings off against each other. They're looking to create that competition that only they can win because they are the only person who knows the rules to the game. And if you cotton on to the rules to the game, they change these rules on you. 3, they have to be in control of everything and everyone. And when they're not, they accuse you of being controlling. They accuse you of being awkward. They accuse you of being selfish. They fall silent on you because they want to be the puppet master. They create that competition. They create that drama. They become judgmental because they're looking to regain control of a situation, to regain their superiority. They will control who you see, where you live, and it can be as severe as to what you eat and where you sleep. 4, they blame and shame everybody. They humiliate and shame all those around them, and they blame everyone around them for everything that's going wrong, not only in that other person's life, that the narcissist is probably creating that drama for that person and then blaming that person for the drama that the narcissist created. They'll also be blaming those people for everything that's going wrong within the narcissist's life. A narcissistic person can be out in their car, they can reverse into a tree, you can be sat at work minding your own business and they will phone you up and blame you for why they reversed their car into a tree. Nothing is ever their fault. 5, the guilt trip. They play so many guilt trips with people to get people to feel bad, to get people to be there for them and help them and support them. Oh, nobody's ever been there for me. Nobody's ever helped me. Oh, if only you do this, then I could do that. They get people to feel so bad and so sorry for them that you feel compelled into helping them, supporting them and being there for them, not recognizing what they are doing to you. It's very difficult when people are coming across as depressed because there is so much suffering in the world that you don't want to walk out on them because you don't want to be the cause of somebody else's downfall. However, with a narcissistic person, when you're suffering, they will happily walk out on you because they enjoy being the reason of somebody else's downfall, even though they'll blame somebody else for it. And if they do get caught out, they're going to play the victim. We can all be the victim of something within our lives at one point or another. A narcissist, if things aren't going their way or if they're getting called out on their behaviour, they're going to play the victim. You always blame me. Oh, I knew it would be my fault. They abused me. They've done this to me. They're always going to be the victim, and they're always going to be blaming other people. And it is hard, especially when they're using traumas from their past. It's hard not to sympathise with them and help them. What you have to recognise is you can sympathise with them, but it doesn't mean you have to help them. They have to be willing and able to help themselves. And if they're not willing to do this, there's nothing you can do to help them. You can only support people who are working towards getting through things, not working towards bringing you down in the process of you trying to help them. They require that excessive attention. Everything's me, myself and I. Everyone should look up to me. Everyone should do everything for me. You shouldn't put anyone before the narcissist. The narcissist should come first. They require that excessive attention. Why, when they're not getting that attention, they can start sulking, they can start pouting, they can start moaning, they can start playing the victim, they can start guilt tripping to get the attention back onto themselves. They require all the praise. Nobody help them. They expect people to help them, but they want to take sole credit for anything that people help them with. And with their double standards, they're highly unlikely to help other people. Not listening. They can seem like they can listen. They can listen in the beginning when they're getting to know you so that they can exploit everything about you. However, if something's not about them, they're not interested, they're not listening. They're listening at what they can use against you. They're always looking to one-up you. If you've done something, they've done better. If you've suffered something, they've suffered far worse. They'll not listen to you. Instead, they will confuse you and you will walk away from the conversation feeling worse than when you started the conversation with them. Nothing will get resolved with them because they're not listening. They ignore healthy boundaries. They make you feel ashamed for having healthy boundaries. They make out that your boundaries are in the wrong by guilt tripping you or playing the victim or shaming you and blaming you, rather than their lack of respect towards you and your boundaries are in the wrong. And nobody throws a bigger tantrum than a narcissist losing control of somebody else's mind. They're after that control. So they do not respect other people's healthy boundaries. They disrespect them and they look to take them down. They do not like taking no for an answer. They go through so many manipulative methods to get people to change their no into a yes to serve them. By being judgmental of somebody else for saying no for something similar, so you feel like you should change your no into a yes to serve them. By creating that conflict, so you feel bad for saying no to them. By controlling events, so if there's something they might have agreed to, if you say no to something, they're going to backtrack on that to control you into agreeing with them. They're going to blame you and shame you into saying yes. They're going to guilt trip you. They're going to play the victim, and they're not listening to your reason as to why you have that healthy boundary, because they don't respect or care for that boundary. They care about getting the attention they require from you. And number 10, nothing is ever their fault. Everything that goes wrong in their life is always somebody else's fault. They do not take responsibility for their own behaviour. They pass the blame, they pass the shame, they play the victim, they guilt trip people, they ignore people, they fall silent on people. They do not take responsibility for their own behaviour. As to them, somebody else made them do it. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.